Okay, shall we pray? Our God, our Father in heaven, we are so grateful to be here this morning, and we are thankful for watching over us, keeping us, and giving us even good travel. And those of us who came from different places brought us safely, and we are so grateful, God, for the many good things you are doing for us. Even having a place like this where people can come and learn and train and acquire skills for life and to impact the society. We are so thankful, God, because of those who thought and brought this to a reality. That's why we are here this morning, to witness and see the students who are going to graduate. And so, Father God, we pray that as we continue, we ask that may you will continue to establish our visions, our work of our hands. Those who pioneer this, we pray that you bless them. Bless us as we continue this program. May your will be done in our lives always. For this is our prayer in Jesus' name.
Amen. Okay, thank you, Pastor Gideon. For those who don't know me, my name is Daniel Kipkemboi Korir. I'm the head of projects and programs at Rift Valley Innovation Center. So for this online digital marketing course, we had about 20 students, self-motivated students, and the goodness with this COVID is that it changed the world, and RVIC had to align itself with the changes of the world. Everything is being done virtually, and the courses that we are offering was online. And the impact of COVID, we cannot ignore it, and the change cannot be ignored in the near future. So before I proceed, before I proceed, there was a presentation I wanted to make briefly about the center for those who their first time to be at the center. But before I proceed with the presentation, I'd like to request one of the students to share his feedback. Two students, and then we'll progress from there. Thank you. Is Sakida around? Sakida Chakemo.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Sakida Chakemoi, a student who took the course and Limbus Foundation Scholar in the course. It was a very good opportunity to take the course, the Digital Influencer in Marketing course. It helped me to understand the online space more than I did before. And what was my takeaway from the course is that although now it has given me the skills to thrive online and to become better, I think in the coming days or in future it will become a mandatory skill that everyone will have to be online proficient in order to survive in the world. Because as we go forward, and COVID has shown us that we get to a point where the internet links us to everything that we do. So to be able to do that and to be able to really succeed in what you do, whether it's in business, whether it is in your workplace, you really have to be online proficient. And when you talk of online proficiency, it's just not about knowing how to get into Facebook or social media or to a website and look and just be there. There is a way that one can get into the internet and really take value out of it. The internet is not just for fun, like what we usually just do on Facebook. And that's something you just don't learn unless you take a course like the one I did. Before, it was just an idea that you think you go to Facebook, get to meet your friends and family, talk about what you're doing, but then it turns out that there's a lot more that Facebook is about. When Mark Zuckerberg talks about Facebook all the time, he says it's about building communities. When you build communities, and then you need to tap them into those communities. So taking this course enabled me to really learn how to tap into the communities on Facebook and really use them to my advantage in my career, which is in writing. Also, there's so much more apart from, okay, I've just talked about Facebook, but then when you look at the interlinking that happens, Facebook is a primary part on the online space, but then you find all the other spaces, they come together. And for you to be able to harness the strength of all these platforms, you really need to take a course. And I think having an institute that is home-based and that really caters for the people around here, it's really advantageous. And it's a very good place to start. And also I really need to thank the school and also my tutors, especially Eunice, who's been there for us. It is really amazing that RVIC is still there for us even after finishing the course. It's they're holding our hands whenever we have questions or we need to keep learning. Actually, it's really a continuous learning process, having been in this institution. It's something I've not seen in other places. So I think this is a very good thing to mention about this institution, that even after the course, you still get the opportunity to be guided and to perfect your skills. Finally, Limbus Foundation, who are my sponsors, I'm really grateful to them. And to mention is that it's just one, or really the first organization that I've seen that it's community-based and really focused on building the community. Because for myself, I didn't have any sort of a connection that someone can say there's anything that was so special that got them to pick me, except just my skills. So they identified me through other people and chose to sponsor me. So that's a good thing, and thank you so much, Limbus Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sakida. Brian, could you welcome and be brief?
Jambo tena. Kwa majina naitwa Brian, and I was a student at this training institute at RVIC, and I was able to get trained on digital influencer. We were around 20-something students, and we really enjoyed the lesson. I'm happy to say that by now I've known more than I used to know. I've known that Facebook is more than I used to know. Twitter, Instagram. I'm also happy to say that I can now design something like logos, open a website, do some market research via online training. Now, I want to thank the RVIC Institute for giving us the opportunity to do the course here. Also the teacher, Eunice, Stella, Robert, Kemboy, and the old students who came in to get the training here. It was so nice. Also, thanks to the Institute for doing other things. For me, I'm also a member of Mwachon RVIC football team, and they have been so supportive to us. I hope that they'll get to enroll more students from the team, so that they will not be only playing football, but also doing something constructive and coming and learning. Thanks also for keeping us busy by providing a wireless network, which is Wi-Fi, and for giving us space to come and learn here. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Sakida and Brian, for the feedback. We appreciate the feedback. from the response we were able to collect the response of each and every student using the Google Forms, and the response was very impressive. I think Stella will share the response. Actually, being in Facebook the whole day, and WhatsApp and Instagram, and recently TikTok, without making $5 a day, I think it should be constituted to be a crime. You can't be on Facebook using data and the free Wi-Fi and you fail to make $5 in a day. $5 is 500 shillings from the current rate. Okay, I can't be able to make a presentation because this laptop is not compatible with the HDMI. But I'll tell you a brief history of RVIC, briefly, in some few minutes, because there are some people who are having other events. Okay, the idea of RVIC was mooted by local professionals as a way of giving back to the community. So the local professionals saw it good to have a center whereby young people can bring their ideas and develop into business ideas, which are commercialized and sustainable business ideas. So RVIC was officially launched in the year 2017 by His Excellency, the Deputy President, at that time, William Ruto. And since then, RVIC has made tremendous progress. RVIC has carried, basically, the strategic themes of RVIC are focused on community, partnership, training, the physical infrastructure, which we are at now. And yeah, basically those four, it's 5, and technical training. So on the community, RVIC has been able to conduct so many community initiatives. There was an RZ initiative, this skill initiative, which was aimed at recruiting youth, encouraging youth to join the technical schools. Additionally, RVIC was able to carry an Ajira training program. This center is an Ajira training center, and currently the government is focused in offering training and also mentorship to all Ajira trainees. Additionally, RVIC was able to conduct a baseline survey on tea propagation in Baringo. So the results was positive, and the government and Calro gave a recommendation that tea is viable. So the first tea in Baringo has already been propagated, and Mochon Cooperative Society has started to propagate large-scale tea. So in the next few years, we expect to have maybe a factory or something to improve the socio-economic activity of the place. So we have been conducting so many community initiatives, and because of time, I don't want to, for the interest of time, I don't want to prolong. So I'll request Teacher Eunice to make her remarks, then Stella, then we'll proceed from there. Okay, thank you.
Hello all, how are we doing today? I believe you are okay despite the weather. All right, so I'm the teacher you've been hearing. I'm very much about coming here from Nairobi today, and I really wanted to see the impact being done by RVIC to the young people here. And I'm telling you, this initiative is amazing. I want to see this initiative in the next 10 years. So let me give you a brief of the journey of the training, how it started. Let me give you a feel of what these students had. You come into training and you want to learn digital marketing. Everything is now going online. Technology is taking over, whether we like it or not. The gadget you have is enough for me to market my product or my service to you directly. But now, one thing you need to understand is the youth is the future, as of now. And everything is now digital. Everything is all about technology. And I do believe with this COVID-19 pandemic, very many people have lost jobs. Very many. And the sad thing is the young talent. The youth are different because they're talented in a different way. So getting to train a team of 20 online, all the way from Eldama Ravine, it was quite, the first time I was skeptical, I was like, will it work or not? So we went to a good classroom, had our first training, then we got there a few challenges, a few hiccups, also connecting with these students. So our training was running for 2 hours per day, every morning from 8 sharp. But at times we'll even go up to 11. Remember, it's all about information, it's all about knowledge, and it's all about making an impact. So what did these students expect during the training and what came after? We were learning digital marketing, but also social media, to be precise. So we wanted to understand social media for business. Who is it for? How does it work? Can I create my brand online? It was not training Stella, Eunice, social media as an individual. No, we wanted you to come up with an idea. And the main goal of this is getting a training that you get value for. And apart from that, you also get monitored. We also work with you. We do not just let you go after class. We want to see where will Campix production go to. And it's really encouraging to see, to even know all of their names offhand without meeting them. It's really encouraging. And I'd really like, I'll even encourage more and more young people, more students, do this training. I know it's skeptical because you hear it's online, but it's 2 hours a day, it's value for money. And apart from that, you also get to share online. So what you get to see, the classes are very practical. That is one thing about the trainings. And I believe other courses are being rolled out as at now, because it's not only social media, there's a need of having a website. Everybody going online. When you go online today, if you're traveling to Kenya as a foreigner and you're looking for data, what will you do? You will Google. So data bundles in Kenya, whoever's website comes number one, that is the person you look at. And that is an SEO, that is search engine optimization. How do I optimize my website to rank differently? And immediately you rank, you start getting relevant traffic, and technology keeps on growing. That's the thrill about digital marketing. Whatever works yesterday may not work today. It's all dynamic. And working with young people, it was very much refreshing. And the fact that I'm working with people from this side, I'm working with people from Rift Valley, from Eldama Ravine. And it is really encouraging to see a student who came to class, got this lesson. There's a student called Nathan Mundara. I cannot see him here, I can see Campix, I can see Sakida. So Nathan came in and he says, I have a business of carpets and I want to learn how to create targeted advertising. And I'm really proud to see how far they've gotten. We still talk one-on-one, we still talk, and you still want to know, where are you in business? Did you learn targeted advertising? Yes. Are you implementing it? How many clients are you getting? What are the challenges are you getting? And I believe this is the course right now. If you Google today, actually this year, from the time COVID-19 started, it's been indicated the biggest uptake of the courses that have been taken in Kenya as of now is digital marketing. Marketing on the digital space, marketing on the online space. So if you're still here and you've not yet gotten this training, I believe there's also another intake coming up next month. Speak to RVIC here, get to learn about technology. And as I said, tech is everything as of now. If you have your gadget, I can market to you. Social media already knows your age, your interest, your behavior online. The question is, as a business owner or as a young enthusiast person in the technology space, how do I use that to benefit me? You want to learn hacks, you want to learn tricks on how do I grow my brand as fast as possible online. And we've all seen the uptake for billboards is quite low as at now. The billboards right now are quite empty. But right now, what is happening online a lot? How many ads are we meeting on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter? A lot of them. And it's not only about Facebook. We even got to learn more into getting to know what is this social media, what is Snapchat, what is TikTok, and how do I utilize it for business? I always insist in these classes, how do I utilize this for biashara? What happens to me Eunice after the class? After join the class, then what next? Will I be able to get people to hold me, mentor me? And even during the training, it's really good to get to see a young person learn digital and make a career out of it. I am a believer, because I've been in this space for 5 years, I am a believer that digital is where the world is headed. As of today, the biggest advertised jobs are digital marketing jobs. So why not give the young people this? RVIC is giving you that. RVIC is giving you a platform to learn digital, then use this knowledge to grow yourself. And apart from that, you may get knowledge, but you do not have a mentor, you do not have somebody to work with you. RVIC goes with you and works with you. I'm really happy, I'm really humble, and I'm really proud to see people like Justice there. You know, it's really good to see they did not learn that they also came here, they also came back, and you also get the feedback from them. I am looking forward to getting to see, that was the first lot. I'm looking forward to see them in the next 1 year, 2 years. I want to know, are they still using digital? And apart from that, you'll still be communicating with your facilitator, Eunice. That is very good. And you'll also be speaking with RVIC, so that you also get to know Eunice is there neutral. Can you learn something new? And as I always say, tech is everything as at now. I really encourage you, come and join these classes. They are more informative. And apart from that, let us grow with you. You know, it's really good when you train young people. I learn from you, you also learn from me. Right now there's an ongoing training, and also you see the same team comes in, and you may want to be trained in a different time. So we work with your convenience. I'm happy to see the team that has already gone through that 1 month. I'm happy to see we still talk and we still keep tabs and we still want to know where they are. I'm really happy with Stella. It's been very swift. Because if a class starts at 8, in case somebody derails with 2 minutes, I'm sure you'll be there. If you feel you want a recap class on a Saturday, we also do Saturday classes. So we also do recap classes. And I feel this is the place to be. RVIC is the place to be. So if you've not yet joined a class, please feel free, come join these classes, contact Stella, and I believe we're very open. And sooner or later, as I said, something good is cooking. And as I said, more classes are coming in, more courses are coming in. You want to even learn more tech. You also want to learn what are the innovations happening. My goal is, or rather, our goal here is to see one innovation can come out of here. One big innovation. Just one. Just one is enough to prove, if you show it through experience. And I believe with this first lot, somebody will wow us soon enough. So that you also get to see a story came from here. It's all about creating stories and also changing lives. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Eunice, for that wonderful speech. Actually, the future is in digital marketing, and currently with the technology. Because of time, I'd like to request Lembus Foundation, then Thomas Limo, and I think I'll put it into your attention that there's an event which one of our board members is supposed to attend right now. So we'll make it short. So a representative from Lembus Foundation. Mr. Chairman Kitilit. Welcome.
Yeah. Yes, good morning. My name is Jackson Kitilit, currently the chairman of Lembus Foundation. I was here the day this course was launched, and I am here again at the end. I want to be very brief because we have a number of other members of Lembus Foundation here, but I'm told later they will find time to say something. But as for now, I appreciate, first of all, even my colleagues for coming. Gerald, thank you. Gideon, and the others. You can see already the center is drawing attention, and I think many more things will come up. I want to appreciate and thank Rift Valley Innovation Center for allowing us to bring these students here as Lembus Foundation, and I thank the facilitators and the teachers for making this a reality by bringing it to the end. Somebody made a joke and said, Mzungu went somewhere and we have been making this joke with Caleb. And he didn't know where he was going, and he said, Bwana, mimi nakwenda wapi? In other words, he didn't know the direction he was going. But for us now, for this course, It shows it had an objective, it had the roadmap, and now we are at the destination. We knew where we started, and we knew where we were going. We are there now. And so I want to thank you. I want to thank the teachers, thank the center, and thank the students for making it a reality. We are encouraged by what you have done, and I think the future is bright and strong. Thank you very much, Justice Limo and your team for this center. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Yeah, my name is Thomas Limo, a director in this institution. Now, first I want to thank the team behind this training that has got come to fruition today. We want to thank the sponsors, the teachers, the trainers, and the students who attended to this course. All we can say is that we are happy as the directors here that we see we already have we are having the first fruits of this institution, and we are really looking forward to have more from RVIC. Here, go out there, create revenues, create content, sell your products online. So that tomorrow we'll be having, at least we'll be proud as that that is our student. You know, you can imagine an example of Facebook founder. You know, Harvard always take credits of most of those tech guys, always from Harvard. So anybody here of Harvard actually gets impressed. So RVIC, we want RVIC to be the next Harvard of this region. So the students that you just graduated today, please go to the bigger heights. Be our good ambassadors, marketers, bring more students here, your friends, your brothers, your sisters, so that we can also expand and train more. So because of time, I might not be able to say much. All I can say is that we thank you all for the guys who've turned up today. And one more thing is that Malcolm X says that education is our passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. So make sure always you're on the run. Make sure always you're doing something, you're preparing yourself for tomorrow. And for this matter, RVIC, we are preparing ourselves for future. And the future of this country and this world is a tech world. So let's all be on the move. Even the old people that we thought that we graduated, we have our degrees. It's time again we go back and learn the new tricks to survive. So I thank you. I congratulate the graduates. All the best. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Yes, our guests, patron, and the graduates, good morning. Good morning. I'm very glad to stand in front of you this inaugural auspicious day and say thank you so much for the pioneers who are graduating today. You know, you down the history of this institution, you will be the first graduates for RVIC. So it is a very important occasion. I want to take this opportunity to first apologize for overlooking one thing, and a saying which, when all of us were growing up, we were taught. And the saying cannot be translated. So I have to say it the way I had. You don't burn two sticks into both ends. They are now. But for us today, I am one of those people who is guilty as charged, because there's a function which has already kicked off, and somebody has just been calling me, and there is this one which is also very, very crucial and very important. So we are learning. I think something that we need to keep on learning. Maybe next time we'll not do the same mistake. So for our guests, Lembus Foundation and other guests who have come from far, you will excuse us if you find some of us going to the other function, because it's an engagement party. And I am the bride. I mean, we are the bridegroom. So when you are the bridegroom, you are in a very subservient position. You have to be there early. But of course, it's not going to be early today. So I'm getting myself ready to be one and bitten. I have to get some few kipokos there and there. But let us not lose sight to the importance of this function. I am very, very happy to be one of the founders of this institution. Because of the vision and the mission that we had, and I'm seeing that the eggs are beginning to slowly but surely beginning to hatch. I wish to say thank you so much with the teachers, especially Stella and even Eunice that I'm getting to know today, that you are able to proceed virtually. I mean, you even created that personal bond with the students. While you are in Nairobi, they are here, and you are so much gotten used to them, like you've been meeting physically, and yet it was actually virtual. And that tells us that that is our future. That's where we are headed. And it is important to know that, because at least we know that what we have invested in is actually the future. And I'm glad that we have that mission and the vision to go far. And somebody said, if you want to go far, go with many. And go with others. That is why when I see the Lembus Foundation, led by my good friend here, the chair, and Gerard, I am so happy, and many others. We have many partners who have been coming here through our patron, Engineer Tanui. Engineer Tanui has worked so tirelessly and has done a lot for this center. Thank you so much, Engineer. Thank you so much, Mutai, Korir, and all the other team who have been pushing this agenda to ensure that the knowledge of the young and the old alike are increased. So you will allow me, I will not be able to say much. I would have said much, but because of time, allow me just to say thank you so much. May God bless you, and all those people and the students, the graduates for today who have come to acquire the knowledge. Please don't stop. It's just at the beginning. You have been told that if you are not able to make, you say $1 or $5? $5. That's a rich man, because the world index is that if you live by $1 every day, you are considered to be a poor man. So if you can make $5, then you are not poor, you are a rich person by the standards of the local area. So I know there are challenges. We are addressing those challenges. We have infrastructural challenges to support this center. Outside the center, we are addressing those challenges. And God willing, in the coming years, we will have the sufficient infrastructure to support this institution. That way, the vision that we have to develop this area and make it a real hub will come to fruition. So we thank God for what He is doing, and we continue praying to God to continue leading us and giving us energy and ideas and the wisdom that takes to bring this center to a center of excellence, a center that is going to mold the young and the old alike to be able to do the innovation and come up with skills that is going to make a change and bring solutions to so many problems that are facing us as a community and also as a nation. With those few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I say thank you so much, and you will allow me by saying that you will allow us to, some of us, I think 2 of us or 3, to leave, and then you proceed with the program. Thank you. May God bless you. Asanteni.
Okay, thank you so much, Justice and Tom Limo and everyone. That was a very good, that was a great honor to be here, despite the fact that we are having a function. So I think we'll allow them to leave. Then let's give them some few minutes. Then we can proceed from there. But meanwhile, as you wait them to come back, I think I'll give an additional student to give his testimony or his feedback from the class. And I'd like to recognize the presence of the Lembus Foundation, the Caleb Chemirmir and Kiptum Binot who are out. So one student you are welcome to give your feedback. Or should I pick someone randomly? Actually, I was going to pick you.
Thank you. Lembus RVIC chairperson and the leadership. Good morning. Good morning again. Mimi naitwa Charles Rotich ama Kempix. Nashukuru kwanza kuona mwalimu yangu. Tulikuwa tunaona tu kwa screen. Saa zingine tunapotea, tunatafutana. Nashukuru mwalimu. I was requesting akue. Na naona request ienda tu. So nashukuru. We had a course of 1 month. Ilianza Mei, tukamaliza June. Personally, I learned a lot. Unajua huwa naonanga tu Facebook, unakuwa tu Facebook ni post picture, kumbe kuna vitu mingi sana unasafanya ku expand biashara. Nashukuru Lembus Foundation kwa kufikiria jambo hili kutusponsor. We are very much grateful. Mulitupea chance na tulitumia vizuri. Tumelan mpaka unaona material siku hizi na stream. Hiyo ilikuwa learning tu ya hii class. Tumelan vitu mingi sana kulink WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger na WhatsApp. Tumelan Twitter. Tulilan ile TikTok. Me personally learned vitu mingi sana. Nashukuru sana foundation akina Caleb, Binot, Gideon, akina Gerald na leadership ya RVIC. Kwangu mimi nimeona change. Nimeona mabadiliko sana. Vile nilikuwa nafanya biashara hapo awali na vile nafanya biashara sasa hivi. Kwa market, kwa create content, kwa advertise kazi yangu kuna change. So nashukuru sana na muendelee hivyo. Akina Stella nashukuru for guiding us. Akina Brian Dan nashukuru sana. Mungu awabariki.
Asante.
Okay, thank you, Charles. Actually, I once met Charles at his business premises, and I was asking him about his experience about the class. and he told me that he wished to meet the teacher. Ulisema unataka kumchinjia kuku. Sijui hiyo kuku umeweka wapi. So make sure umedeliver kuku. One of the most important thing about all of our students is that most of them are business people. If you see someone like Engineer Masharia, he runs revenues, Director Kempix, he runs Kempix production. There's another student by Dan Keegan. He's an MC and an event person. I think all of our students, at least they have something. And right now we are focused on how if you are generating more revenue from the class, if you have been able to change your business model, and this being an innovation center, if you are not generating more revenue in your business, you need to change your business model. We are also offering business incubation. So we will help you to do a market analysis, market research, competitive analysis here at RVIC for our students, and also offer business incubation. So it's good to have students who are business people. Even Jesus, for those who are pastors, Jesus chose 12 disciples, and all disciples were business persons. The disciples were fishermen, and being a fisherman at that time was a very big business at that time. So at this time, I'd recognize the presence of top leadership of Lembus Foundation, led by Chairman Kitilit, Caleb Semirmer, and Kitum Binot, aka Nyalosi. Is it so?
Yeah.
I don't know what that name is. Okay, so at this time I'd like to request Caleb Semirmer to give his remark, then we proceed from there.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon once again. It's such a pleasure to be together with us again.
Still morning.
Yeah. It has not crossed over. Good, I think I had anticipated afternoon. Anyway, it's such a pleasure to be with us again and seeing the fruits of our partnership. In the month of May, we assembled here to kick off the classes. And there are some things that we had asked ourselves. I know some of us were not here, but you have been keeping track of those things. One of them is, what is your growth during and after this training? To be honest, I did not need to listen to the students here today, but I've witnessed them online. I have seen them grow online. I am seeing the next Citizen Media House in Masharia. I am seeing great businessmen in the other team members. I know Mark, I don't know if Mark is here. Mark, oh yes. I'm seeing a budding businessman online, selling properties, real estate. So I'm seeing the next Tyson in that young man. Serious entrepreneurs. At this age and time, this is the course to undertake. Through the leadership of Lembus Foundation, I know the chairman might not have made this officially, but we are seriously considering sponsoring another batch. With encouragement and based on the outcome of this first batch, the likelihood of us getting to 20 is very high, unlike the first time where we sponsored 10. Because what we are seeing is that the generation that will come after us, or even right now, because you know time is moving so fast. Unlike my age set and the ones before who probably it took 5 years, 10 years for some growth to be seen. This generation, it just takes some few months. And digital space allows that, to penetrate markets and all that. So based on what we have seen already, it will be good that we get more students and partner with the institution to take them to the next level. I'm happy I've heard from the institution that you're expanding also the scope of your units or the courses to be more sensitive. Let us look for more partners. I'm sure engineer and the leadership of the institution could link this institution to other institutions like banks and such partnerships that will, extend the entrepreneurial space for this institution, so that these students can also be linked to other enablers of their business. Otherwise, I would not want to say far much more, but it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to partner with all of us, and I'm happy to see my younger brothers and sisters move to the next space in terms of doing their business. Asanteni sana. Kindly allow me to invite Kiptum. He does a lot of our PR, communications and engagements for the Lagos Foundation.
Good morning. So thank you, our Vice Chairman, the Boost Foundation, guest of honors present here. My name's Kiptum Binot, aka Galosi, that's my brand name. I'm the liaison officer of the Boost Foundation. I do the public relation and communication. It's my pleasure this morning to be with you. On this occasion, the first batch of graduation of the students. I was not able to be here in May because of other commitments, but I wish to thank the director of the institution and those others who have been working closely together. I also wish to thank the leadership of the Boost Foundation for partnering with this institution for this great noble idea. I also wish to thank the community of this area, Eldama Ravine, and the neighborhoods for appreciating this facility. And it has actually extended to Mogotio. It will cover Baringo, nation, and it will go international. Yeah. My brother here, engineer, we are so proud about you, that you are part of us, that somewhere God touched your soul and other friends, that this institution came into existence. When we are seated here today, this graduation, there are so many things that ponder in our minds. That there was a challenge that came from the pandemic that made people, the whole world, to go online. It provided also, though it was a suffering period, but it opened another window for other people to do other things. That you find now most events which could have been done in public have been done online. Like these events, it's being streamed online. And like other days, you could have a lot of tents outside there. But today, we are seated here, but being watched by many, even could have been more than those who could have attended physically. So as we embrace technology, we want to say that the Boost Foundation, we are humbled that we'll be looking forward to work with this institution to greater achievements. From the national government, the county government, and even the regional government, and other partners that were ready to work with us. Today, we're here to celebrate the first group of students who are going to graduate. My message to them is that go to the field. We want to celebrate you, as the other speakers have said here. We want to see you in the global network. We want to see you conquer the world. Let those who are teaching you, especially your teachers, the tutors who are here, let them be saying, that was my student. That is the great pleasure. We want them to be saying, you can see that one working maybe in BBC at that time it's alipitia mkono yangu bwana. I think that will be the greatest pleasure. Even our chairman foundation, director institution will be shouting, no, wow, those are our people. What about Engineer Tanui and the others? So, as my brother, our vice chairman said, and the chairman, we are looking forward to sponsoring more students, and going forward, the next batch, we shall start with 10 and target 20. And allow me, as the chairman, that among other friends who were invited to this event, there's one friend of mine who developed interest in this program and would have joined us as an individual, not as his position. Currently, he's serving as the chief officer in the Department of Industrialization in the county government of Baringo. He's called Moses Lokidor. But by extension of being a great friend of mine, he would have wished to be here. And as I was sitting there, he has just texted me that he got a mechanical problem on the road, but he's sponsoring 2 students to join that group. And he says that he will partner with us, and because he's the CEO for industrialization in Baringo, we will be closely working with this institution to see how we can make other linkages on that. I also want to communicate that as we were coming, His Excellency the Governor called us on the way that because of other new things that are coming within the region, he will not be able to visit us today, but somebody will be joining us shortly to represent him. He has other important meetings within this area, and because of the timings, like somebody was saying, the 2 events are running concurrently at almost the same time. But he says he'll be with us, and we'll be consulting some other leadership of this institution for more advancements. For those few remarks, I want to thank you everybody here and believe that together we shall achieve more. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank you so much, the leadership of Lembus Foundation. As RVIC, we value our partnership with the Lembus Foundation. This partnership is a living testimony of digital marketing because I had shared somewhere the poster and Caleb was able to respond to the poster. So the demand of digital marketing services is not going to fade any time too soon. And this time with Corona, offices are going to close down. You don't need to have a full physical wall for an office because everyone will be going to be his boss and everything is going to be going virtually. So at this time, I'll request Mr. Gerard to make his remarks. Right now, we are not in so much hurry. As much time is gone, Gerald, I think we'll also get a short sermon from Gideon, our pastor Gideon. I think it's in order. 5 minutes sermon.
Thank you very much. Good morning, the students and the Lembus Foundation officials. I'm not an official of Lembus Foundation, but I'm a proud member of the foundation, almost crossing over to the elders' side, and I hope to do so very soon. A few years ago, I was here. There was a program that was sponsored by the Kenya Commercial Bank to try and teach farmers on new techniques. It had nothing to do with IT. And we were taught a few things. We were here for 1 week. It wasn't online, it was live, because maybe most of us would not have known how to operate like you're operating right now. We learned a lot. This is an institution which I think is very useful, yet probably we have not tapped its usefulness to the community in full. As one of the directors mentioned, I'm sure they're working to see how things can be worked out. It reminds me of Moses when God asked him what he had in his hand. And Moses said, I have a mast, as in kiboko, ama rungu, ama bakora, you would name it, whichever. And God used what he had in his hands, what he had at the time. It is not what we would wish we would have. It is what we have. This is the institution that we have in this area, in this region. So I think we had better use it as it is, without saying, I talked to one of the directors earlier and I told him maybe you people should build 1 or 2 bed and breakfasts so that we come and live there and then access this institution. But we had better use it as it is because of what is in our hands. When they mentioned that, when the foundation mentioned that they wanted to use this facility to assist the youth, I've been involved with the youth for many years. When somebody mentioned football there, I wanted to take his number so that I know which team he plays for and which team he supports, maybe in the UK, because the pastor who's going to come and talk to us supports My New, and I support Arsenal. So we don't talk football in the car, because that could be disastrous to the peace. So we support you, we support the foundation. I'm a very silent member of the foundation, but I follow every conversation. If you ask Reverend Kosgei, I talk to him quite often, and maybe 1 or 2 things that he says is as a result of what I say. So just keep checking and saying that this is Reverend Kosgei, stroke Gomet. So we thank the institution. We were taught as farmers to move away and get to involve ourselves in cash crops and biashara, ukulima biashara. Some of us have gone into planting avocados and macadamias as a result of some of these trainings. We went to Kipchoge Keino's farm in Eldoret. We went to another one in Nandi. As farmers, these leaders of the cooperatives, through this institution. So keep it up, work hard. I'm in business, and for the last about 15 years, I've been traveling to Dubai, where I live half the time, every once or twice a month to Dubai, without fail, for 15, 16 years. But because of what happened the other day, we have not been able to travel from March. Did that mean that our businesses had to stop? We have moved to what you are being taught now. The business that I deal with is a business that requires very specific information, to the extent that you have to look at a picture sometimes. So that means if this technology was not there, we would be in problems. So what you are learning is very crucial. You may not see it right now. Use it and move ahead of that so that you're able to make money through this information. IT, we give a lot of money to these gurus in the United States. because of coming up with some of these. But we don't give them money because we like them, because we make money through them. So work hard. I'm sure another batch will be coming up. When the Harambe will start, we will see how we can contribute to that quest. We want, there were some things that we had planned to mention if the governor was here. Now we will not mention because he's not there. We want one-on-one. But otherwise, as an institution, thank you very much for supporting us. We came all the way from Nakuru as just members because we value what you're going through, because we know you're the face of Baringo today and tomorrow. Some of us went to school when IT was a bit dodgy. It was not that. In the 70s, you did accounts, late 70s, early 80s. I'm an accountant by profession, but if you did accounts, you had to do a separate paper called computer auditing. Computer auditing was something very new. We were taught almost like nursery school how to go through documentation, and because the flow of information was totally different from what it was previously. So what you're doing right now, mshikilie hapo, mfanye bidii na muongeze. Hapa tumeweka tu pengine basic, muongeze zaidi ya hapo ili muweze kufaidika, na tunataka nyinyi, tunataka iwe ni kitu ya kutengeneza pesa, sio raha yetu ya Facebook peke yake. Make money out of it and a livelihood, and employ 2-3 people, so that we now feel that as Lembus we are helping our fellow residents in Lembus. Asanteni sana.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gerald Bomet. Actually, in the year 2017, he was here to study. I think there was a project by KCB under this room. It was production of hydrophonic fodder. I believe that you went and implemented the production of hydrophonic fodder. So basically, after this issuance of certificate, there's RVIC, whom we are offering business incubation, will be following the students to see how you're progressing. We'll see if your business idea is creating a social impact. We'll see the commercial viability of your ideas. And if you are solving the customer problem, what customer pain is demonstrated? Are you solving a problem? Additionally, we'll analyze your business idea if you are addressing the customer's problem, if the idea is viable, and also the market sizing. We'll focus to see what the addressable size of your market when you are establishing your business. And also, one of the important things is the customer profile. So what customer segment are you prioritizing as an entrepreneur? So is it that you are missing the picture completely? Do you have a broad understanding of your customer? And have you identified the specific demographic? Recently, from the ads, the social media ads, normally it uses artificial intelligence. When you try to purchase something, it classifies the customers into their demographics according to their age, their preferences, and their geographic region. So at this time, we are almost going to finish our program. We are remaining with about 2 people before we issue the certificate. So the reason why I think the pastor must give a brief sermon, you know, when God, there's also innovation in the Bible. When God said, "There be light," and there was light, I think that's the greatest innovation. It took Franklin Benjamin to make 1,000 mistakes on how to light the bulb. Also, in the tower, additionally, when people were constructing the Tower of Babel, forget the negative part of it when they were constructing the Tower of Babel. But on the innovation part of it, there was innovation when they were constructing the Tower of Babel. So there's also innovation in the Bible. Right now, it's high time that I invite Engineer John Tanui. He makes his remarks, then the pastor to give us a brief sermon, and then we start the award issuing ceremony. Or okay, let me consult first before we proceed. I don't know if I've. Okay, let me give Robert to give a remark. Then we pick from there. Okay, right now we are not going to have our remarks from engineer because there are some guests who are on their way. But before we give the sermon, allow me to talk something about the Ajira. So there's a government initiative called Ajira Digital. So it was launched and driven by the Ministry of ICT, Innovation and Youth. So the mission of Ajira Youth Empowerment Center is to enable 1 million Kenya youth to earn a decent wage from the digital enables jobs annually. So in the gig freelancing economy through training and linkages, the Ajira Digital Program seeks to position Kenya as a choice labor destination and a business process outsourcing hub for multinational companies, as well as to encourage local companies and private public sector to create the digital work. So the Ajira Digital Initiative is an important program, which is actually a one-month program, followed by a one-month mentorship program. So right now I'm going to invite the pastor to give us a sermon, then we proceed from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Director, Lembus Foundation, Leadership, the students, and all of us. And good morning. It's good afternoon. Yeah, how are you? This is my first time to be here, and I'm happy to be here. It's a nice place to be. If I was to go back to school, maybe I would come here. Yes. My name is Gideon Koske. I am a pastor by calling and by profession. I'm also a teacher. I teach and train pastors at Ravine, and we are very happy. And what some of you have said is when Corona came, we have all turned to technology, and that has really helped us a lot. I've been preaching through online from where I see Ravine town, and Macharia and SK and Alfred have been helping us to stream online our services in the church. We have also been watching football. General said, I am a long-time supporter of Man U. And I've been trying to, to convince him to join me. But he has always stuck to Arsenal. But all in all, we are still good people. And we thank God for technology. Dan has said, God is the founder of technology. And God said, let there be. And it was. And so what we are doing is we are building on what God began thousands of years ago. And God gave man the ability, the knowledge, and the resources to develop himself through many ways. And man is able to change this world. Sometimes it goes on the negative, but we want it to be used on the positive, like what you are doing here in RVIC. It's a good thing, and I really commend you. Those people who came up with a vision, those people who came up with, oh, I know they are struggling with sound over there. Thank you so much. And what I was saying is, the people who sat and God gave you the vision, and now you came up with the mission, and this is what is happening today. And we are really proud of you. May God bless you so much. And the first student, somebody said, you will go down the memory lane to be part and parcel of this institution. You will be telling that to your children and your grandchildren, and you have formed part of the story of RVIC. And those of you are teaching at the same time. God bless you so much. Well, I was not actually prepared to say anything. I just came to see and witness. But I've been told to say something. And we always don't miss something to say as servants of God. Congratulations, the students, for being courageous enough to be the founders. Unajua wakati kitu inaanza, si rahisi watu wakuje. Kwanza sisi Wakalenjin tunachungulia kwanza. Tunaangalia kwanza na kusikiliza. Siku ile itakuwa mzuri, tunafanya nini? Tunakuja. But thank you for being courageous enough to come and be the founder students of this great institution. And it will be great because God is in the center of it. And Gerald mentioned Moses. Moses, the parents of Moses were taken to Egypt, and they were there as slaves. And while they were there, Moses was born. And while Moses grew up, he had an opportunity to learn from the pharaohs. And he acquired skills and a very sophisticated knowledge at the time. And the pharaohs were the first people to develop what we call the cereal, storage and so forth. And Moses, while he was there, he was called by God. God called him, and Gerald mentioned something, as a staff that he had. What do you have? I have a staff. Throw it and look at the power that came out of it. the power that God was able to use to deliver many people. What I want to say is that God calls us before He gives us a vision. He calls us, first of all, to Himself. And then He calls us to a particular cause in life, to do something in life. And I believe those of us who have begun this, you have that calling from God. Because if there is no calling, si rahisi kuendelea wana engineer. Utaona saa ingine watu hawakuji, unaitana watu wanakataa kuja. But with calling, you will persevere through. And you will work through, and you will see things others are not seeing. And then God gives you that vision, that great vision. And God gave Moses a great vision, that it was, if Moses would have refused, it would have killed him. He would have died. God told him, go and deliver those people. And Moses asked many questions. I'm not able, I am a stammerer, my brother Aaron is better, and he excuses. But still God used him in a very special way. What I'm saying is that God calls us, He gives us a vision, and He wants us to pursue and follow that vision. And I just want to read some of his words, the words of Moses from Psalm 90, verse 17. As he came to that conclusion of that psalm, he says, "May the favor of the Lord our God rest upon us. Establish the work of our hands for us. Yes, establish the work of our hands." Amen. That is how Moses concluded that psalm. It's like a song. And he's telling God, may your favor be upon us. As we pursue our vision of this great institution, may the favor of God be upon you, the leaders of this institution, the leaders of Lembus Foundation. I know when Lembus Foundation started, many people were saying, where will this go? But it has gone somewhere. 10 students are going to graduate today. And 20 are coming. We have already been told 2 have been sponsored. So teachers, you have work to do. You have 2 students. These ones are graduating and you have already 2. Names have not yet been mentioned. And Lembus Foundation have said they will support 20. So that will make 22. So you have a lot of work. From Nairobi, you will be teaching 22 students. Yeah, we praise God for that. And so Moses says, and may the favor of God be upon us. It was a song. And I think he was at his old age. And you know, he stayed in Egypt for 40 years. He went to the desert, stayed for another 40 years. And God called him at 8 years to go and deliver his people. So Gerald, you are not yet graduating to the LCE. You are not yet 8 years. You are still with the foundation. Still with the foundation, because the foundation are the younger generation. Moses is saying, at that age, may the favor of God be upon us. And he is saying, may you establish the work of our hands. Technology is giving an opportunity for business, reaching, and mention all. I acquired my first degree online. My teachers were in America. All of them. They were teaching us, and we would submit everything, including exams. Of course, we had a proctor who would download exams, give us, we write, and then they would fax the same exams, and we did so well. So, technology is a good thing. I am thinking of doing my next level of education through online. And I've already thought about it, and I'm thinking about it. May the Lord establish this work which has been started here in the heart of Lembus, so that it grows to be big and help the children of Lembus and beyond, and others, and other partners. And somebody has said it will go from here, extended to Mogotio, nationwide and international. And you'll be teaching somebody in America from here. Yeah? So may God establish this work and make it grow and make it a big institution. And he repeats the same words. Yes, may God establish the work of our hands. Students, may God establish you. So you go out, go with a lot of strength, tell others there is something good here. I heard even the English which was spoken here, si Kiingereza ya hapa hivi hivi. Yeah, wewe ulisomea UK bwana. Unasikia hiyo Kiingereza ni ya umuhimu, si ya mtaani. It's able to go places. Otherwise, God bless you. May God bless His work. May God establish the work of your hands. God is the founder of all what you are doing. We are just building on what He began. May He establish the work of your hands, Chairman, as you lead us in Lembus Foundation to make and go greater heights in this technology. Thank you so much. God bless you. I hope you will allow me to pray again. And I can see Dan coming from there. Father God, we thank you so much for your word. Your word is everlasting, your word is true, your word is refreshing, your word changes our perception, your word changes even our positions. And so God, we thank you so much that as we have read from your word, may your favor be upon us, be upon the calling you have called us. May your favor be upon the work of our hands, and especially the students who are going to graduate today. May you favor them. May you open opportunities. May you open greater horizons so that they will be able to be a testimony of what you have done for them. May you establish the work of their hands. May you establish whatever they are going to do, whether businesses, whether whatever they are going to set their hearts to do. May you bless them in a special way. Bless their teachers as they continue to teach others. We thank you for Lembus Foundation and the Lembus community at large. We pray that, God, may your favor be upon us. We thank you for the leaders who have been leading us. They have led us for all those years. We commit them to you, God. May you bless them in a special way and bless the work of their hands. Bless us together, God. Encourage us. And we commend this institution to you. We thank you for the leaders, the board of directors who are leading us here. Continue to brighten their visions always. Continue to enlarge their territories and make them even to be a blessing to this society, this community, and even this country at large. So God, we thank you and we lift up our hearts to you. Bless us and encourage us. Bless the work of our hands again. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you so much. God bless you. Welcome, Dan.
So thank you, Pastor, for the great sermon. We appreciate your sermon. At this time, I'd like to invite all students and the teacher. Not necessarily the teacher. I think that Stella will do the introduction to all students.
Thank you, Daniel. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I hope it's afternoon, actually. Yes. Okay, good. So our patron and the leadership of Lembus, the graduating students, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stella, or Scholar. I was also baptized by the Lembus. So I got a new name. I'm called Scholar as well. So I would like to take this opportunity to welcome each one of us to our center. We are very happy that you could come, and this great occasion where we are graduating the first class of online marketing. And also to the trainer, thank you for coming all the way from Nairobi. I'm glad you came because the students told me they would kill me if you never showed up. And you see, I cannot hide. I'll just be seen very quickly. So we are very glad that you could all make time to be here. And we are very happy that you have made this occasion a success. So I'll just do two things. One is also to let you know that here we have other courses that we are offering. As we have said, Corona came and it has become a blessing. We are here, perhaps courtesy of Corona, maybe, but the gains we are able to make through digital space. It's really important. I was looking at the International Youth Day. On the newspaper, a lot had been written about that day and why it was being celebrated and what the youth are being urged to take advantage of. And it came out very clearly that the digital space is the way to go. So I would like everybody here to take advantage of that. It is the way to go, as the trainer has said, and everybody has alluded to that. So each one of us has a responsibility to ensure that we push this message. And if we can get our youth and our children, because we just don't want to talk about those who are past high school, but even those who are much younger. I would like to say currently we have a second class for digital marketing, and the trainer is here. We have a young girl, she is 14 years old. I don't know what Eunice would say. She's one, would you say she's disadvantaged because of age?
I think she's, immediately she's 14. So when she was coming to class, I was scared. Maybe she's young, she doesn't know how to use a laptop. Actually, she's using this time on a machine, operates very well. All these classes are always recorded. So I feel it is really good to have a marketing. And we do, yesterday we were doing something called Q&A session. Quick fires. Quick fires meaning we get a single student to speak about what they understood. And I think she's there.
Oh, brilliant.
And if you had her presentation yesterday, I can send you that recording. You'll be surprised at that.
Okay. I didn't know you were here, so please, now that you're here, please come. Come and stand next to me, Candace. We will observe social distance. So, yeah, so this is Candace. She is our youngest student at the moment, and she's doing very well. So I would like to encourage each one of us. We have children at home, we have nephews, we have nieces. We can talk to our schools. Let's help these children to appreciate the digital space. Because if we can make them make the best use of digital, I think we would start winning some battles and empower this generation. That is my great word for each one of us, including myself, so that we can pass word around. And then, do you have a word for us? Maybe you can tell us your experience.
My experience with the class was that I've enjoyed it. It's actually interesting and helpful as well. For if you want to start a business, it can be really helpful, a helpful platform to expand your business.
Thank you very much, Candace. I don't know how many of us were able to say the word business at our age. I know personally, I had no idea, really, even at an older age. I think as we went to school to read and get good jobs, isn't it? Yes. Most of us, that is the generation we came from. Things have changed. Let us help our younger generation. Let us get a hold of those who are in high school, those who have just cleared high school. Let's help them appreciate the online space, the digital space. That's where our next office is actually. There are no more offices. That is the next office. And I think if we can do that, we will have brought up a generation that is self-reliant, people who can think for themselves, and people who can create opportunities for themselves and the greater society. So I'm very glad to be part of this. Thank you, Lembus Foundation. I think we have been in touch since we started this journey in May. My cycle of friends and people that I know has grown, and the students as well. When we started with Google Classrooms. Yes, and it backfired. So thank God for the I did. So we moved to Skype, and if you don't know what those ones are, please I will encourage you. If you're floating, please make sure you join the next class. I will be very glad. You just need to talk to me, then I'll guide you, and the trainer is here. So I'm very happy and very excited for the students who went through the class. I know not everybody is here. A few of us have been left to go for the function that is happening within our community. So I'm encouraging Baringo County that if we can push this, we can become a model county in our country. That's really my prayer, that if we can push this through all open avenues, why don't we become a model county in our country, especially by pushing the digital space. So the next thing I would like to do is let me welcome all the students. Please come and join me here. The graduating students, Munajijua, come on. Okay, wow, thank you. I know someone has already left, one of the students. Some could not make it.
Yeah, allow me to say, what's his name? From Nathan?
Yes.
He's not able to make it. He says that because of the skills that he acquired, he got a good tender. And he had a
That's very good.
Then Daniel Kuruitu.
Yes.
He had some engagements that it's a business opportunity. He had to take it up.
Okay.
So, but they are very appreciative of the course.
Thank you. Yeah, before I give them an opportunity to say something about Daniel, maybe we are not even aware. Through a rigorous recruitment process, we have employed him here as our sales and marketing personnel. What gave him mileage is the skills that he learned from the class, because we are heavy on social media. So he beat the others effortless, I may say so. So we are very grateful. And a few other apologies that we are able to get from Carol. Carol, because she's unable to come from Nairobi, and maybe one or two more. So I'm not going to say, I know everybody's name, that I can assure you. I know everybody, but I would like each one of you just to introduce yourself, say your name, and yeah. Let's start from...
Good afternoon. My name is Mark Kore from Mogoti. Hello. My name is Philip Tugimo. I'm the host from Mountain.
Can you add what you do?
Yes.
I do marketing. I sell properties. and I have a company. For me, I'm still working for it.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Justice Tum. I do digital marketing on event organizing and event promotion. And I thank the Woods Foundation and the RVIC community for helping giving us this opportunity so that we can gain skills. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm David Orel. I'm a trainer here at RVIC. Maybe let me use this little opportunity to say, before I learned this course, I was good. I think I had enough knowledge on this course, but after learning, I realized that the knowledge I had was just Sharomas. Let me say thank you, Eunice, for giving us knowledge, and you have now knowledge for it. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is John Masharia. I come from Eldama Ravine. I work with RVIC Media as a director that comprises of Baringo News, Ravine News, and Third Production. You can see my team there. We do live streaming. We actually do in church, corporate entities, in the county government, and actually during the burials and during the college kwarusi, during the wedding. So I'm actually very glad for the knowledge that I got from here. That has really, I would say, it has really impacted my life. Not only for me. Now, watu wengi, you can see our team is growing. Alas, we are getting others. Our office is located with that. During that time of that training, we come as a team of 3 people, and now we have our office at Scarlet Circle, that floor. That's where we are doing other things related to online. And what I can say, online there's opportunities. If we can only tap those opportunities that we have there, they can actually, hatuwezi enda kuhustle nasema ati una job. We have free applications like the Facebook, the YouTube, and many other applications. If only we can use them well, they can actually help us. That's what I can say. For the Woods Foundation, let me thank for the opportunity. The institution, the RVIC, I'm very thankful for the opportunity for organizing for us to have that online training. My teacher, Madam Eunice, I'm very thankful for the opportunity. You really taught us hatukujua, but today tumekujua and umetubadilisha, umetutoa. We usually know, sisi tulikuwa tunajua in Facebook you only post a picture and do what, but now I can say I'm earning from it, and it is si pesa kidogo. It's a good money that you can see has also employed others, and it will continue to employ others. Engineer, tunashukuru pia for this initiative and this place, and we are welcoming to our office. Yuko mbali kutoka Paravine, mwalimu wetu amekuja huko, the manager here. So mimi nashukuru, asante.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Brian Kiputa. Na kwanza nataka nifurahi nimekaa na tajiri, nimesikia nani kitu mzuri sana. Mimi sijapata kufanya chochote. I've just completed my college, and I think after coming here to learn that digital influencer class, I'm now tempted to do photography, branding, but nimesikia ati tamaa inaua nani ofisi. So maybe I'll try to major on one and do something on it more so now that I have knowledge to market it and get a lot of audience online and do more on Facebook and Twitter, YouTube. Tumeambiwa kumbe Facebook ni kitu wide. Sisi tumeingia huko kutafuta, I don't know. But so now that we have moved these wide things, tutashukuru na tutafanya bidii so that what we have learned ikuwe practical, isikuwe ni kitu tunaenda kulalia nyumbani, na itupee vitu mingi. I think pia to be successful is also getting that thing you are going to Facebook to get it. Sijui kama umenielewa. Kenye tunaendanga Facebook kutafuta unaweza pata pia kwa kuwa successful. So I think we try to spend on this successful part instead of going there to do that thing, you know. So niko na apology ya Faith Cheruta. Amesema she's on the way kama she's on. Sijui kama atafika but amesema ni mwakilishe na sijui kama inakubalika wamchukulie certificate pia akichelewa but sana. Alafu pia ni Mwanza huyu. Mimi ni fan wa Manchester United. So
Good afternoon once more. Bwana asifiwe. Basi ama aka Campix. Niko na production inaitwa Campix Production. Nafanya mambo ya video coverage, na picture, graphic designs. Niko na ofisi pia studio hapo Ravine kama tuna. Na nashukuru sana kwa ile course. Ile Mashari amesema tulikuwa tunaona tu Facebook ni post picha, kumbe kuna opportunities. We are grateful to the Lembu's Foundation. Na asante engineer kwa kufikiria ile institution. So asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Okay, naitwa Philip Kibe. Ni mkulima mfugaji. Nilikuwa na jara hapa the other day. Kula ya foda. Lakini mimi si fan wa ile football club. Tunashukuru sana na sila. Mshukuru sana.
Good afternoon. Alvin Cheriot kutoka Tukumwe, and we'll train my first course kwa hapa kwenye Achira, then kwa digital marketing. In this course, I was able to I was given an offer to do sales and marketing of BMG products, Konakuru, and then I was to do it online because I just sell things online. Then through this digital marketing, I was able to acquire skills on how to do it online. Actually, I was given that opportunity. Then I stayed with it for almost 3 months. Then this program came, and I was able to pick up from there. So now I'm going online. I have a batch of Alvin machinery. So I do things on. I sell those products for machines for agriculture, like tractors, all those. Also, in this program, I've been able to come up with. I have an idea of selling agricultural products online. Mimi ni mkulima, bado mimi ni student. Ninafanya ukulima sasa hizi strategize to specialize in fruit farming, and soon nitakama na products ya fruits, and I will be able to do it because I have a knowledge of selling things online, not to start a shop or to move around from place to place, but do it in our one place, in a single station. So, and also many gospel artists. I've been training ICT Kumwe Choir, and now through that program, through that music, we have one of the upcoming artists. Nimekuja naye nikasema aje tu akuje, alafu akuje achione, then apate knowledge ya kutumia technology akianza uimbaji. So thank you Engineer Tontan, who has been supporting us when we are doing things here at Tukumwe.
Nilikuwa nimeongea again, Sakida Tukumwe. My work, I'm a writer, and after the course, I'm now ventured into digital marketing, and actually I got my first job. Yeah. So it's very helpful. Actually, the two things are coming together because being a writer, I create content, I do copywriting, and now now with this content that I write, I know how to disseminate it for my clients. So now that's the thing in town, because return on investment is perfect. Thank you.
Thank you very much to each one of you. We are very glad that each one of you is doing something. Even if you have not started using your skills, please find something that you can do with it. And I'm sure the audience here has heard what you're doing, so let's also support them. If you need an MC is in this group. If you need someone to supply fruits, we have farmers, we have writers, we have photographers. So let's also support them so that they can grow. And I want to wish you all the very best. Thank you. At least I've seen a lot of activities on your status, because I have everybody's phone number. So every time you post something, I always see. And thank you for marketing us. Every time we put up our posters, I see a lot of effort from this team by just ensuring that you share. Let us keep the fire burning. Let's talk to others who can benefit from this process, because we will never say digital is now congested. So let us all spread the wings together and we all become winners. Yeah, thank you very much. You can have your seats. Good. As they take their seats, I just want to mention that we also have other courses that we have been offering, maybe not on digital space. We do have packages that before COVID came and disrupted us, we were offering. That is especially for those who just cleared high school and they want to know what to do as far as computers are concerned. And our trainer, Mr. David Corril, is a sure testimony. That, yeah. So we hope to resume as soon as we get the go-ahead from the government. But also in the pipeline, we are hoping to offer some programming courses online. We still have to do online because we don't know when we will be allowed to be in physical classrooms. So we will be sharing all this together with the team which is here, because we will be our first support before even the others get to know what you're offering. So for the Lembus Foundation, please we welcome the next batch of students. Be very sure they are in safe hands in all manner. So we will be very glad to have them. And all of us, let's be ambassadors, let's spread the word so that as a society, as a community, we all grow. I think that's the most important thing. So thank you very much. I would wish to introduce my staff, my team. I don't know that they are here. If they are not here, because I don't work alone, I have a team. They may not be here. So maybe at some point I will introduce them. That is the RVIC team. Yeah. I think let me look for that so that we know what the next step is. Yeah. Excuse me, just a bit.
It's impressive. It's impressive. It's impressive what we are seeing, what we are hearing. And if you reflect on some of our students here, where they were in May and where they are now, I'm really happy. Shakida, I'm happy. I don't know when are we going to maybe have some chicken after your salary. Invite us for chicken. We enjoy part of your initial salaries with engineer as we bless you even further. But honestly, we are very happy to hear such testimonies. And we were just chatting with the engineer and you're saying, this is impressive. This is impressive. What is important also is that as you grow, as you grow as individuals, as you grow as young professionals, as you grow as entrepreneurs, remember that there was a hand that held you. However big the hand was or small the hand was, there was a hand that held you. As you grow, mentor others. Mentor others. Not all the youth in Eldama Ravine, Mogotio, Baringo wide will be able to attend this course. Some of them might not have the opportunity to access or even know that there's such a course, but you interact with them in one way or the other. The skills that you have gained, let it not only be acquired within these walls or through the classes that is offered, but transfer some of those skills that you have acquired to your colleagues, to your peers, or to the younger generation that is coming after you. So that in future we can say that we are making our society better. And as Chairman said, you know, for Lembus Foundation, we are very keen on looking at those young entrepreneurs who are trying to make it, but lacking one or two skills. And it didn't matter which tribe you come from. You know, let me just say that, yes, we represent the Lembus community, but everyone within the Lembus community area is considered one of us and part of us. And that is why with a lot of comfort, we have also Mashari and the rest, who are not necessarily Lembus by blood, but more importantly, that they are within this area. So if Mashari is empowered, now see the team that is growing with him. If Jepkemoi is empowered, there is a team that will grow with her. The same applies to Mark and the rest. I'm sure Mark, because of your business, I can see nowadays you are dealing with more land sales than before. Mark, I can see you are selling more land than before, selling more vehicles than before. I can see your agent to what do you call this, motorbike dealers, showing that you are growing. Because I knew you before you joined the class and I've seen you grow. So take it up, challenge yourself, grow higher. So Daniel, yeah.
So we are almost coming to the end of the program. Our guests are almost here, but before they arrive, I'll want to insist about the Adira digital program. So about the Adira digital program, as I said, it is a government initiative driven by the Ministry of Information, Communication Technology to empower over 1 million young people to access to digital opportunities. The program seeks to position Kenya as a choice of labor destination for multinational companies, as well as encourage local companies and public sector to create digital work. The government digitization projects already create lots of viable micro work that can be completed by digital workers. So the access to digital work will build wealth and grow the middle class across the country. A larger middle class means more opportunities for the business and direct growth of the GDP. So the main objectives of the program is to raise the profile of digital work, promote a mentorship and collaborative learning approach to finding digital work. So provide Kenyans with access to digital work and finally promote Kenya as a destination of online work. So the guiding principle of Ajira digital program are the private sector first, which means the value generation through the private sector, Secondly, the sustainability, which is to self-regulate and grow organically. So additionally is to eliminate brokers, generating more value to the youth. And finally, promote the domestic economy, realization of knowledge. So I expect each one and every one of you, all of you, to each and every youth in our constituency to register to Ajira digital platform. So in a layman's language, right now there are a lot of jobs in the digital world. So we want each and every you to benefit from the jobs that are available. There are different types of jobs. There's writing and translation. There's data entry jobs. There's the online, including the online digital marketing jobs from the course which we have done. And also there's transcription. I think all of you recently have been following the news, and from the news you saw that there will be e-filing of cases, and meaning the e-filing of cases by the judiciary, it will mean that they need transcribers. So transcription is the conversion of audio to the written text that someone can be able to read. So the components of Ajira digital program has been designed to address the main challenges that hinders the youth on benefiting from digital job opportunities. One of the things, the components that address is the access to dignified work, education and skills, access to infrastructure. Right now you are able to access to the Wi-Fi, but in the next coming weeks you'll be able to register before using the Wi-Fi, but it doesn't you need to pay. And also building awareness, building trust and confidence. From your classes, I think you are taught how to increase growth hack. Volume, it's called growth hacking. You are taught about how to use the Chrome extension. There's mass followers for Twitter, there's mass followers for Instagram, mass unfollowers. So those Chrome extensions will enable you to gain followers rapidly. Additionally, you are taught about, the goodness with the technology, you can be anything you want without necessarily going to class. You can be a designer without going to design a class using AutoCAD. You can be a graphic designer using the open source design websites. So mine was just to encourage each and every one of you to register for the Ajira digital platform. So that's why you will find your next job faster. So from the Ajira platform, there's up-to-date job listings directly to the employer website. If I might ask from the students, do you know any online working platform? Does anyone know any working platform from the students? Sorry, teacher. What are you saying? Yeah.
Upwork is one of the best as of now.
Yeah.
Because it actually gets each and every person's skills. And it's really good because you don't need a degree knowledge for it.
Sure.
Because what the skills I have when projects are done, and Upwork is one of the best platforms.
Okay, one of the best freelancing sites in the world is the Upwork. So with this Ajira Digital, will teach you how to navigate to get your account being approved. When you register to Upwork, if you register to Upwork, the chances of you getting approved is almost 0% because Upwork does not recognize most of the universities. So we'll teach you how to navigate those platforms. To a point, you'll be able to create a profile. Additionally, we'll teach you how to bid when a job is posted by a client, how to bid We'll teach you how on the common bidding mistakes, how to manage crisis when you have issues with the client, and so many things concerning the freelancing and the gig economy. I remember, Brian, you were able to attend an Ajira training in the year 2017. Is it so? I can see other students here. Even Alvin, I remember you attended the training. So from that time, the government had no proper structure on the mentorship and everything. But right now, I think the structure is there too on Ajira Digital. So because of time, additionally, there's a studio machinani. We hope to get a studio machinani around. Right now we have 4 studio machinani, which is in KBC Komarok, Langata, KBC Kisumu, and KCB Mombasa. So from this class, we are interested to get testimonials on how you have been able to generate income from this influencer course. So additionally, on the online platform, the reason why Upwork is the best right now, Upwork allows M-Pesa transaction. So in most cases, if you are able to work in Upwork, as much you're being paid in dollars or whatever, Upwork allows M-Pesa transaction, and the timing is the best. Your payment transfers immediately when you use Upwork. Though Upwork charges additional fees on transaction, so you must use your own registered M-Pesa, your registered M-Pesa account. So that's basically about the Ajira Digital. From the students, any question about Ajira? How to register? So how to register to Ajira Digital? You search Ajira Digital and you update your profile. It's simple, but you need to use your national ID while registering for the Ajira platform. So jobs available today, there are a lot of jobs. Local jobs, there are some local jobs. There's up-to-date job listing directly from employer resources. And also other online training. So basically each and every day, the Ajira training takes 2 to 3 hours. There's a certification, the cost is free. And you need to have a basic grammar. You need to have also basic computer skills. So on the most questions regarding the online work, you need to be consistent. You need to build your profile. You will not start working and you expect to earn the same day. So I'll briefly, I think the guests are almost to arrive. Okay, I'll briefly go to the job listings that are there. One of the major jobs that are present in the Upwork is the graphic design. So this is one of the best performing online jobs. So people need logos, social media, memes, virtual business cards, calendars, and so on. So in short, graphic designers are in high demand. Additionally, you are taught about the SEO, search engine optimization. You covered that, Mwalimu?
No, actually the first one we covered social media.
Yeah.
SEO was actually
Okay. So this is another most in demand freelance job. So search engine optimization involves crafting websites and blogs so that they can be ranked high in search engines such as Google. If you are able to make a website or blog pages appear on the page of one of the search engines, you'll have to be a very lucrative search engine optimization engineer. The skills that are required for search engine skills include the ranking high, there's something called panda effect, there's linking, building, creating traffic, and basically the internet use. Jobs opportunities can be found on Upwork, People Per Hour, Guru, among others. Additionally, another job skill set that is there is a virtual assistant, normally known as VA. So virtual assistants have seen tremendous growth in the past 4 years. And since you are facing the pandemic, the demand of virtual assistant is on rise. So a virtual assistant is like an office secretary, only that they are not confined in an office, or basically to the offices. So you can be a virtual assistant for a Japanese client from the comfort of RVIC. You can be someone virtual assistant in New York at the comfort of this serene environment of RVIC. So the knowledge in the office, the skills that you need is knowledge in office operation. You need to be good in Microsoft Office application, also good social media use. You need to be good in WordPress proficiently. And also the most important thing is the ability to learn fast. So the field has new tasks emerging daily. Most of the jobs in virtual assistant can be found in Upwork. There's another job called voice-over artist. I think those people who deal with production, like Campix, they know that. So sometimes if you watch the cartoons, for those who watch cartoons or the kids who watch the cartoons, you probably wonder where some sounds and voices come from. So this is the work of voice-over artist. So a voice-over artist may be asked to record audio or record voice for animation or promotional videos. So the skills that is being required, you have amazing imitation. You need to have variance and voice control abilities. Then if you have those abilities, then this industry is calling you. The job opportunities can be found in Upwork and other major freelancing sites. Other jobs include web development, web research, data entry. So data entry is a common online job but it has a terrible reputation, but it pays good. One of the skills that you need on data entry jobs is you need to have a typing speed of 40 words per minute. You need to be proficient in Excel and accuracy. Jobs opportunities can be found in Upwork, People Per Hour, Amazon. Another job opportunity that you can find online is the translation. So translation are easy as the name sounds. You are paid to write one language into another, which means to translate. For example, you can be asked to translate a short story from French into English. So these are growing freelancing jobs as globalization expands. The most in-demand languages are English, French, Korean, Japanese, German, and Spanish. But also the local languages are on demand. Another job category that is there advanced form of transcription. However, it is demanding as it might happen live as such during live news, broadcasters, theaters, or cinemas. I think Kina Komen are right now doing captioning when someone talks. So the main of captioning is to ensure that people with hearing disabilities or complication experiences such events like other people. So the skills that are being required are extremely fast typing speed, proficiently listening skills, and also job opportunities can be found in Upwork. Another job that is online is video editing. So video editing, I think Kina Komen, those people who are in production right here, their job is to insert graphics or music in a video and also sync sound cutoff and suitable parts of the video, add intros, outros, and titles, among other things. So knowledge that you need to have is Adobe Premiere Pro, attention to detail, creative mind, to be, basically those are the jobs that are basically online. But I'll also like to talk about the transcription. Transcription, as I'd said, it is an art of converting audio to written word. So this is an online job that requires smartness and expertise. It basically involves listening to audios and videos and typing out you have heard. So just like article writing, transcription sites have little to no barriers to entry. This means that anyone can join without rigorous entry, test, and submission. Most of the jobs can be found in Upwork, Speechpad, and Rev, and Scribble. So the skills that you need is fast typing speed, excellent listening skills, literacy, and words. Other jobs include article writing, which is the most common thing. So I'd like to recognize the presence of visitors, Waziri Keston, and the members who have just arrived. Welcome to RVIC certificate award ceremony. This is the first class which took place virtually. It was basically virtually, and we are happy to see you here. So with no much further ado, I'd like to invite Stella to give a brief review, then we'll take. Thank you.
Thank you. So, welcome our guests. Yes, we are very grateful that you have made it to the center. So, to help us move on with our program, I'm going to welcome the chairman of Lembus to give his remarks, and then you will welcome the two guests, after which our patron will take over from there. Karibu sana. Okay.
Yes, good afternoon. I think once again we are grateful that this occasion has come to this far, and we are about to come to the conclusion. But the most important thing is that just like we began in May, we began a good thing. We began a good journey, the journey that leads to success. And as I said earlier, the objective and the base on which this work was laid on was properly done, was solid by both RVIC and Lembus Foundation, and that is why we are here today celebrating and seeing the end. And also, we have heard from the students, and we are grateful that they have gained, not only in terms of knowledge, but also in terms of the shilling into the pocket. As somebody said earlier, if you can be able to be in that space and put $5 into your pocket per day, then you'll have done something good to yourself. That is riches. And we appreciate as Lembus Foundation that we were part of this endeavor from the very beginning. And I also want to pass the apology of our Executive Secretary, Bwana Sialo Kimering, who was not able to be here today, but is with us in spirit and in every other activity that we will undertake in the future. So we are together as a team. And I also want to appreciate the other people who have come who are not here initially. I'm told there is a teacher from Cabernet.
Yes, Deputy Principal.
Deputy Principal. Yeah? Yes. Thank you, Bwana Deputy. Yes. You can see where to bring the next batch of students.
Musa Koech.
Yeah? Musa Koech. Thank you very much, Koech. Yes. I also have my son here with me. Kim, Simama. Yes, this is also a student of IT. Yes. He's joining Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University to do forensic IT. Computer science. And these are the places where some of these people will come and practice their bit. So I have also witnessed actually some increase in activities in the space. Yes. One time, I managed to listen to a preaching from, is it Worldwide Church, Mogotiu?
Yes,
Worldwide Church, and I was told that one of the students here was behind the whole thing. And I appreciate it. I'm also a pastor, and I think I have some work for you. So, I mean, if we can use this space to take the gospel, why not? Bwana Koske. We will. So I think we are on track, and we are doing a good thing. There is much more that we can do in this digital space. And I think the journey we have begun, Stella one time called me and said, "Why don't you come to class?" Because of the interest that I had. My wife has also gained interest from that because I discussed with her. I might sponsor her. So that she can also come here and learn new skills even as she retires next year. So thank you very much. I think like Bomet said, Gerald, by the way, is a very close man to me. Maybe is not sure, but let me tell you that I took Gerald's cousin for a wife, and he took mine. So these are very close friends and relatives. So without much, I want to appreciate everybody and say we in Lembus Foundation, we have begun this journey and we are not about to relent. We will stand with the future, particularly the future generation who would want to join this digital space and to do business and to do work and to uplift community. I am one of those people who advocates for technology. And the technologies that are there are a lot in the world, and we can create more. We can create more in agriculture, we can create more in any aspect of life, and that way we'll be making progress. That way we'll be making progress. And that way we'll be entering into the global village. And the global village is where we have opportunities. If we stay without knowing these technologies and without picking them, without being trained, then we will be outside the village. We will not be able to tap more technologies from the village, and we will not be able to sell our products into the global village. So it is like accepting poverty if we accept to stay without picking these technologies. So thank you very much, RVIC. Thank you very much, my colleagues in Lembus Foundation. And I can assure you that we are going in the right direction. And so let's continue the partnership and work together. I'll also want to invite Baringo County leadership to join this partnership, because it is by so doing that we can be able to push even harder and achieve more. Thank you very much. With those few remarks, I say thank you. Asante.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chairman. Before our guests come, it's important that we bring them up to speed also, so that they know what this event entails, and just an overview of what today really means to each one of us. So my name is Stella, I'm the center manager, and today we are graduating our first group of students who on 28th of May started a journey online. We have been teaching online digital marketing, and we had a group of 20 students who today we are proudly graduating. So to our guests, that's Honorable Enoch Seton and Keston, sorry, my apology, and Honorable Scholar Kimeli. Welcome very much. So that's the background of our event today. So we, as RVIC, we take pride in ensuring that we take advantage of technology and really to empower our youth. And that is why we are here today. So we are very glad that you are here, and so that you can also give certificates to our students. So without much ado, let me welcome Honorable Enoch to come over and proceed from there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Center Manager. My colleague, Honorable Stella Kimeli, Waziri wa ICT kutoka Baringo, Chairman of this project. Okay. The organizing committee running this center, Lembus Foundation, invited guests, partners with us, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Enoch Keston, Waziri wa Maji, Water, from Baringo County. Mi ni mkaaji tu, si mbali kutoka hapa. My home is Teenage. I'm sure a few of you wanajua kwetu Teenage. Ni mara yangu kuja hapa, and this is a golden opportunity. I'm happy, I'm delighted to be part of you. This is a very noble project. I've never been to this place, and I'm delighted, and I'll come back again and again. To the graduates, I must say congratulations. Members, I must say ICT is the way to go in the current world. Especially to the youth who are looking for jobs somewhere, this is the way to go. Through ICT, there's job creation. I know some of you could have utilized the opportunity of having what you call online, what do you call there's some jobs that people do online. You can do some work for some people somewhere and they pay you. And at the end of the day, people can be able to get a lot of money. Through ICT, we fight Corona. And this is how this works. In the current world, at these times of Corona, people prefer using internet maybe as a means of communication as opposed to physical meetings. And this, in a way, helps us in fighting the pandemic. ICT is a key issue in economic development. Through the jobs that it creates, through the income people get from the ICT sector, people are able to contribute in economic development and by extension, nation building. So I don't want to say much. I just want to invite my colleague, our chief guest, Honorable Scholar Kimeli. Karibu sana mheshimiwa.
Okay. Thank you, Waziri. Rift Valley Innovation Center team, the Lembus Foundation, our graduates who brought us here today, and all the team from ICT. Good afternoon. Good afternoon once more. First, allow me to start by congratulating those who have finished this training, the virtual learning. I heard that it is 20 members who finished. Receive our congratulations from our county. I want to say also that that is the way to go. Also, I wanted to appreciate the Rift Valley Innovation Center for this role, the leading role in this community service. And as the county of great diversity, that is Baringo County, will continue to partner with you in ensuring that the institute achieves its intended role or its intended vision. So currently, as the county, or as Baringo County, we have 3 county innovation apps through the Achira program. We have the Achira program which we are, as a county, we have registered with the national government, and we want to bring it to our county. So we have 3 registered county innovation apps. One is in Kabarnet, we call it Elia Center. We have another one in Marigat, and we also want to establish one in Mogotio. We are targeting our vocational training centers so that the people can also understand the importance and also utilize our vocational centers. So we have already started registering, and soon we will be launching it. So I want to take also this opportunity to encourage those who graduated today that they should be our lead people. They should be the ones maybe to also assist us as a county when we'll be doing our training, because we are targeting to train many youths in our county in this Achira program. So our graduates today, please take the lead. And I also wanted to say that this center has become our center of excellence. As a county, we are proud of you, and we are ready to work with you this journey as a partner. So thank you so much. I also don't want to forget to thank the Lembus Foundation for this idea, and also for being partners and working with this team of Rift Valley Innovation Centers. So let us work together. Let us encourage our youth. When we talk of ICT, when we talk of technology, we normally think of our youths. But today I was also very happy to see them say, yeah, I was expecting to see, but even if we look at ourselves, I think most of us, we are youths. And We also learned a lesson when the COVID-19 came, that we were all, or the entire world and the entire nation was forced to go to technology. Because for the first time, I can also say I attended what we call virtual meeting, which we used to hear. Our children now are attending the schools using Zoom. So this is the way to go. We cannot avoid technology. We cannot avoid ICT by now. We must work and ensure or assist most of our youths to understand and maybe make use of this technology. So we remember also the last few months we had the PS in charge of ICT who came and launched a Google Balloon in Radat. I think that was the only one in Kenya. And we want to appreciate as a county that we can't take that for granted because the entire world was watching us, and that was an advantage to our county. So we thank the national government for that, for choosing to come to Baringo and launch that. So as I finish, I wanted also to encourage our graduates whom this day is theirs, that let us encourage more youths. Let us encourage more of our team or more of our people, especially from Baringo, to learn more and to have that interest. Because we have realized most of our vocational centers, we don't have the people, or we don't have the, what do we call them, people to come and learn there. So most of them are empty, and yet we have the technology. So let us encourage them, be our ambassadors, to ensure that we, even next time when we'll be coming to do the graduation, maybe we'll have a larger number, maybe double this number, and that will be good, and it will be a plus for all our people. Otherwise, thank you so much. I have greetings from His Excellency the Governor. He was to come here, but he was not able to come because of other busy schedule, other engagements, and he sent us to be here with my colleague. So we are here to represent him, and we want to say that he said he is with us, and anything which we will need the county to assist this center, he will be willing and ready to assist. Otherwise, thank you so much. So maybe I can end by saying my name. I'm Scholar Kimele. I'm the CC Baringo County in charge of devolution, public service management, ICT, and e-government. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rift Valley Institute, for this great work. And as a county, we are ready to partner with you every time. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kimeli, Scholar. Thank you very much. We really appreciate, and we look forward to working together. Baringo is a blessed county. I am a neighbor. My county is not Baringo, but I'm so happy to be part of this whole blessing. So we look forward to working together so that we achieve more for our youth. I am looking forward to a time when we can have people from the other side, Kabarnet, Mogotio, being able to sell honey online to as many customers as possible, isn't it? Yes. And the opportunity is right here with us. We can make use of it and make our county greater. So thank you so much. As our patron is coming to take over, just to mention that we will be issuing certificates to, we had a class of 20, but today we will be issuing about 14 certificates. Other students are along the way. The trainer, we're also very glad our trainer came from Nairobi. She's right behind you. Yeah, so that's Eunice Mugai, who is also become a partner with the Rift Valley Innovation Center. And maybe just to let you also know what else we do offer, we have ICT course in packages that for our younger students who are basically at high school. We have in the pipeline coming up with programming course and web development, and we are hoping to offer those two online as well. And maybe once we resume normal trainings, we will also have a wider range of courses. So we will look forward definitely to working with everybody, all the stakeholders here, Lembus Foundation, the county government, and all other well-wishers to take our center to the next level. It takes a whole community to build everybody, so we can only depend on the capability and working together of the entire community. So we'll just wait for Tanu to come so that it takes over, because our event is really coming to a close. So I don't know whether you want to say something else.
Thank you very much, our two CCs, Honorable Keston and Honorable Scholar Kimeli, Nyalosi, Kiptumbinot. Thank you very much for representing our governor. And Lembus Foundation is indeed happy that we are working closely with the governor. I had mentioned earlier that our governor might not be able to make it to this function, and he will be sending some representatives. So thank you very much for honoring that. It could have been a suicide if you had not come. Next time they say that our liaison officer is a great liar. So thank you. Once you go back, pass our special regards to His Excellency the Governor. And this event here, from the community perspective, was that the Lembus Foundation and Rift Valley Innovation Center to work very closely with the county government of Baringo, as well as the national government. And with this in mind, and I would allow me to make that presentation on behalf of the foundation, that we're requesting that out of the graduates here today, you consider to get maybe an internship position, at least for one from Eldama Ravine and one from Mogotio, as a gesture of this graduation. So the Lembus Foundation saw it that our county government is indeed our county government. Wanasema serikali ni kubwa, si ni kweli? So if you have one or two out of these graduates, we shall really appreciate. So from your HR department, you can see what's happening there, and we shall really appreciate. Either soon or later, but the sooner the better will be more appreciated. Thank you, and may God bless you.
So thank you for those remarks. I now take this opportunity to welcome the patron of Rift Valley Innovation Center, Engineer Tanu.
Our chief guest, CC Honorable Scholar Kimeli, Bwana Keston CC, and Lembus Foundation, led by the chairman, Jackson Kitilit, Caleb Kitilit, vice chairman, Caleb, and Pinot, Gideon were members, and many others. You mentioned Cialo is not here. Really want to appreciate you, the graduates, the RVIC team, the RVIC board who are here, led by the chairman. Good afternoon. I'm quite excited to see this team and to see the partnership that's coming here today to celebrate the journey of these great young men. I was impressed when I heard each one of them say their story. They are big and great stories. And the Bible reminds us to not despise the days of small beginnings. And I think great journeys have started. And I'm looking forward to see those journeys continue to progress. First, looking at what's happening across the world. There's a lot of movement across the world in terms of globalization. You see multinationals moving and taking over businesses all over the world. We have seen the ICT infrastructure link all over the world, creating what at times we call the global village. That those are some of the biggest global issues that are affecting how we do business, how we interact. And other things also have come on board. We've seen the challenge of global resources, that the world population is growing, our resources are getting restricted, and the world is wondering how do we do. And therefore certain thinkings have come, including what we call the SDG, the development goals. How do we achieve sustainability? How do we manage our resources for now? How do we take care of the future? Somebody have talked of now and the future. So those are some of the global events and the challenges which are rising over many countries. And the world is looking, how do we address this? There is demand for housing. Global urbanization is rising all over the world. You see people are moving to urban areas, seeking opportunities. Some are driven for opportunity. Some are driven for to achieve a better quality of life. And this is also straining our urban development and urban environment. And so there are a lot of thinking. How do we address this? There is the global growth of our youth and the emerging markets, emerging regions like Africa. We have an average population of 19 years. So we have a very young population, a young people, and they are very important to us. And certain issues come home now. When we look at our country as Kenya, what are some of the national challenges that we have? One of the biggest challenges that we have as a country is actually creating opportunities for our young people. We have trained them, we have opened many opportunities for them, but there is global things that are happening. Over the years, you look historically, my grandfather grew up from here. I'm told when he was young, he had learned how to read, he had learned how to do a few mathematics, and some of the evenings he would sit there and would find a few or 3 or 5 other old men who would be willing to come and learn from him. And he became valuable to them because of the skill of being able to do addition and to be able to read a letter. He became a tradesman and a trader in this area. He would even started trading up to Uganda. And those were the days of that time. You just needed to learn how to read. And that became a changing thing for your life. Things change now, and we went, those who were able to finish primary school became now the people who made a difference. It made a difference to your life. Things change. Those who were able to finish Form 4 and have a Form 4 certificates, opportunities became almost automatic. Then we moved to the times when you needed to have a degree. And you had a degree, it became a strong differentiation for you. You had a competitive advantage. When you go for an interview, you just know how many people have degrees here. You already get an opportunity for yourself. Things change. Others were saying if you have an international degree. I did my degree in India, UK. It became a differentiation. But things have changed. Over the time now, it's no longer a differentiation. Now, even if you have masters or even PhD, things are changing. And we are moving completely to another change. You see the effect of COVID. These are some of the global things that are happening at a global level and impacts us up to our local environments. And it changes how things are done. So we are in a totally different era. And one advantage of such big changes like what's happening now, it creates an equal opportunity for all of us. It's only those who are able now to prepare and take advantage will be probably like my grandfather, who at that so many years was able to read and to do addition, and he became more valuable in the society and was able to take the bigger opportunities. So today is the world of skills. It's not as a moment of papers. You've seen some of the global technology firms. They have even removed the requirements of a university degree when they are recruiting. Within the country, we are still slowly, but we are definitely moving that direction. In fact, this COVID might be impacting us to move even faster in that direction, that we will now focus on what skill do you have. What can you do? Now our children are at home. Yeah? Those who are to do Form 4, those who are to do Class 8, what do we need to do? And one of the things we need to make sure is we utilize this time and this opportunity to equip ourselves with the skills of today. And what are the skills that are required today? Skills are useful in addressing problems and challenges. And it's good to see the mission of RVIC, which is to actually find commercial solutions to solve local, community, and even regional problems. So what skills can you learn and how can you equip yourself? One of the biggest platforms is now we are in a digital platform. So if you are not digitally trained, you'll actually get lost in that environment. As you've heard some of the students saying they thought a Facebook was just for socializing, putting your photo there, or just seeing what's going on, but it's a great tool that you can actually market your businesses. And we've heard some of the stories of their businesses, and they talk about small businesses. Statistics shows that even globally, 90% of employment is offered by what we call small and medium-sized enterprises. And for our country, and even many emerging countries, the future is in the growth of the small and medium enterprises. Even within our families, we must change our thinking to expect the big companies, that it's only the big corporations that will provide employment for our children, our sisters, our brothers. We must now look and focus on the small enterprises. That hardware in Eldama Ravine, yeah? That studio that our friend Masharia is working on. These are the enterprises that if we impact on it, if we focus from, it's good to see the county government really represented here taking it seriously. If we impact on that, we will be able to create opportunities for ourselves, our children. Because if they can grow, as somebody, I think Gerald said, one of the charging that is giving the graduates is that besides earning the $5, because Dan made that after going through this program or being able to access the digital platform, it would be an embarrassment, or it is not right to actually spend a whole day online and you do not earn $5. I think he has put that as a minimum. Yes. And I think that's a challenge we need to give ourselves. After spending online, you should earn something minimum at the end of the day. Make sure you use it as a tool and a platform for earning something for yourself. And Gerald added something there that to say, as you now earn and build that enterprise, can you employ 2 or 3 people? If those 2 principles are applied, the transformation that can happen in our region and in our country will be so big. Because besides earning something for yourself, you are able to solve one of the biggest national and global problems, creating opportunities for employment. And it's good to hear some of the testimonies here. Masharia, I'm indicating now, I have people I've employed. Chip Kemoy also mentioned she's doing something. These are great and wonderful stories that should be shared to encourage the youth of our country and even Africa, because those are the stories we want to hear. We do not want to hear the noises. There are too many noises. But these great, nice stories will be motivation to the young people of our country. And I'm really, really excited to see and to hear. And I challenge RVIC. I appreciate the RVIC, the leadership, our chairman, Justice Limo was here to leave, and one of the board members, Thomas Lim also, and the other board members who are not able to be here, to really structure and try to position this institution now to be really a platform to bring collaboration. Because to see what Lembus Foundation is doing is a real response that is expected from communities. To really structure it in a formal way, how do you address the challenges of your communities? How do you address the challenges within your counties? And efforts like the one done by Lembus Foundation, Chairman, I want to appreciate the good job you are doing, bringing the community together, engaging and discussing issues that affects, and not just living by talking. Many of us like talking and living it as a talk, but to translate the talk into action and finally to results, we should actually appreciate And that is what we see, sponsoring 20 students and committing another 10 or later another 10, and even encouraging others to equally sponsor students, because those are the good efforts, and we will spread, and we will see building a community of entrepreneurs and innovators. And Lembus can drive that actually one of your calls is to build a strong community of innovators and entrepreneurs. And one of the speakers, I don't know if it was Pinot, he said, actually, we want to see you go global. We want you to go from village. You could be doing something here. We have one gentleman who is a student, Philip. Yeah, Philip is one of the guys from this community, and is among those who first created a Facebook group. Is it a group? Are you the one who created? Of Mwachon? Yes, where they talk, and you can see over now maybe 3, 4 years, 6 years, and now he's equipping himself. So you can see the potential from the local, going the regional, county, and probably we'll start seeing some of you even being featured to be examples for Africa and the rest of the world. So I just want to encourage you. You are on a great, great, great journey. I am a great believer in the potential of innovation. I am a great believer in the potential of the youth. So when we join up together with a number of other alumni of this neighborhood, about 2012, we thought of what can we do to give back to our community. I had spent many of my years working with some of the top global technology companies. I had a chance to actually work in many countries. For close to 6 or 7 years, I was working more outside Kenya in a year than being in Kenya. And I was able to see what are the potentials in the digital space, the potentials in ICT, and so the small seeds that now we started sowing, we can see the impact over the years. And through that, I think also I was privileged to get opportunity to sit also on the national level at one of the country's global innovation space, Concert Technopolis project, to drive and to lead the team there. And now to look at the linkage, working now with the innovation hubs. We are working now with associations. There's an association called Association of Countrywide Innovation Hubs, which this center is a member of. We're also working with the Association of the Smart, the SMEs, the startups, and to see how we can create more potentials for our country by ensuring that the infrastructure is in place, ensuring the necessary ecosystem is built to enable anyone who has a good idea, so that what is required of a young person is a good idea. And with that idea, you are able now to grow it to the next level. And the government has done a number of things to facilitate this. You've seen the electrification. You've seen the electric power distribution to many parts of our country, and we appreciate those actions from our government. The fiber network, and we are privileged that we have a fiber from Nakuru coming through Mokotio, Emining, Ravine, all the way to Eldoret. This is a huge resource by government. We need to find how we can utilize. Yeah, and even as I had the county, you are doing good. As you look at it at Mokotio, make sure we link up with that. Eldama Ravine, probably we need also another center like this, so that we optimize the resources that our country has put in place for our use. So from where I sit, I commit to continue to support RVIC and the community, and to work with the county governments, including the county of Baringo, with the partnership of His Excellency the Governor, Kiptis, to see how we can collaborate and bring signage and better coordination within the innovation ecosystem of our country to create possibilities. Because what we need is encouraging stories. We want you to succeed. Chepkemei, Brian, we want you to succeed so that you become examples. And CEC, Kimeli has mentioned, we want you now, the other 3 hubs being created. They want to see good examples, not just written stories, but they want to see a person coming to speak. I had this, I started this, and this is where I am, this is how much I'm earning, this is the number of people I'm employing. We want those practical examples that we can use to encourage our youth. So I commit to continue to support. There are issues that the center have raised, the infrastructure which the chairman mentioned, to commit on how we can work within here and the community to see some of the things like accommodation. The center at the moment do not have the generator in case the power goes off. They are interrupted, and if they have to really provide and use ICT, it needs to be it should not be interrupted. There are issues to do with water, and I see county government is doing some efforts there. On the road infrastructure, we can see some roads being done. We hope the county can even see and intervene and talk to those who are involved to ensure that centers and critical other infrastructure, like what you are doing other places, are connected. And also to see how the county can leverage on some of the great friendships. Baringo County has good friendship with the Republic of Korea and South Korea. Because of that, we have the Elisha ICT Center, Elias, and it's one of the most vibrant also. And let's leverage and bring more coordination within, and also provide resources in terms of people who can now work and linkage all this innovation. Because if we focus on our youth, we will have addressed probably 80% of our problems as a country and even as a region. So let us work together in those areas. I've seen the programs, the digital media, digital training. This is going to really help our youth to be able to market. And you ask, what are the opportunities once you learn this skill? The opportunities are so much. You've had the churches who are already going online on Facebook Live during their Sunday services. And chairman has said he's also a pastor and he's opening opportunities. And I'm sure there are many other pastors. How many churches do we have? So even that opportunity is already big. And start even by volunteering and doing even with your phone only. Every Sunday, just pick 2 or 3 churches and let your business grow. Kemboy has explained so many opportunities. If you listen to all the opportunities he has mentioned through the online, there are many people are looking on how to have a website. Because as a business now, if you are not available online, you are actually preparing for your death. That's the truth. If you have a business, even if it is small, if you are not present digitally, either having a Facebook account, a Twitter, a website, a WhatsApp account, or whatever, the very basic. As a business, if you do not adopt technology, you will actually be preparing to die. So the opportunities for you have learned is all the businesses. You go to Ravine, you just look how many businesses are registered here. Then you know those are your potential customers, and start engaging one after the other and see how you can select a few and you work with them the channel and let them see the results. Your sales used to be 10,000 a day. I work with you. If we can reach your sales to 30,000 a day, 50,000 a day, those are the potentials. Kemboy also mentioned about things like digital designs. People are looking for people who can design for them low cost. People can design them for marketing materials. There's a lot of marketing opportunities for marketing materials. Yeah, branding for organizations. Even now, marketing. We are moving from posters, those which you go and stick on a wall, to small clips. They say the small clips now for marketing are so powerful. So if those skills we learn, I think now it will take us to the next level. And RVIC and the trainer, I want to appreciate Eunice for great job. And look at how now to bring the next level of training to take us to now the technical areas that we need to build, so that as we market, we are able now to create the contents ourselves. That as you are marketing, you are able to sell more, not just to talk about this person, but to create the clips and so forth, the things that you can market. And in conclusion, I want to say congratulations to RVIC team, the Lembus Foundation, the graduates. Congratulations for the good job you are putting, and today you are graduating. What we need to build is now more collaboration and action and result-based collaboration. County governments, Please get involved. This is your facility. Get involved and find things that you can do and take it to the next level so that your hand is clearly also visible in that engagement. And just when I was here, when CC was talking, CS Musheru called me and we were discussing a few issues about what we are doing at the CONSA as a digital national platform to make it work. And I mentioned I was here and he was quite excited. I mentioned the graduates are here. So he sends his own personal congratulations to the graduates. He remembers he was here probably a few weeks ago, and he was here. He remembers Macharia, he remembers the team and the ideas, and he really wants us to proceed. And he has already supported this center. We have a fiber connected here, fully paid by the government. We have one staff, Kemboy, who is fully under the supported now by the Ministry of ICT. That's correct, Kemboy? Yeah, and based at this center. So we are looking to see more kind of tangible support. We are also looking at getting another support. I think there are mentions about artists. Our chairman from Tukumoy, he mentioned about artists. This is also a very interesting area. So we are working with RVIC board and other partners to sponsor this center to have both music and video recording equipments, so that within the next few weeks, probably those equipments will be here. We'll need somebody to be trained, to be able to now train and utilize that those platforms, so that the whole efforts becomes more to build more synergy on all these efforts to give you more opportunities. And also the national government is going to do its part. I think we had the CEO of a film commission visit here a few weeks ago also, and he promised to consider this center as part of the studio machinani or film centers across the country. So we need to build a synergy and create platforms for our young people. So from me, I'm just very excited. I'm very excited. I hope, Stella, you will see that each of these graduates have their stories in your website. That each of them has a story, the written and the video one. Secondly, we hope they can create their own website, so that from the RVIC website or Lembus Foundation website or Baringo County website, there is a linkage to SMEs, so that we also start profiling them and showing their journey and encouraging others on this great journey. So without much ado, I want to congratulate you, the graduates, and once again thank the CEC, our chief guest representing His Excellency the Governor, CEC Kimeli, Keston, and Kitilit, Caleb, Gerald, the whole team who has come here today, and mostly graduates and Macharia, to see you not just attending as a graduate, but actually in business and giving back, and you are becoming a good example to many. I was being told this is one of the guys we need to watch. So we are watching you. God bless you so much, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Patron, Engineer Tanui, for those words of wisdom. I think we have all gained by what you have said. So our next level of activity is the main event, which is the certificate issuance. So I'm going to call out names and can come, and I'll request the guests to come and issue certificates. So in no particular order, I will call the following to come for their certificates. And I will request the chairman, Lembos, to come and issue the first two. Charles Rotich. guide us? How do we?
Position. Just position.
Just position.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah, so that we can. Yeah. Congratulations.
Please clap for. That's Charles Rotich. You're a photographer. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Then Brian. Brian. Where's Brian?
Kindly sanitize
as you shake.
After shaking.
Don't shake.
You don't shake.
Don't shake.
Corona is not dead.
You have not finished the chairman.
One more. This is Brian Kipruto Kemboy.
Brian, congratulations.
No shit, you can do it. Maybe shift the first one.
Thank you. Brian, sanitize. I might have given you something you don't like. Justice. Yeah. I told you again. We don't shake us. Okay. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. We call upon our chief guest to come and give out the next scholar. Andy Kuri Cheriot.
That's a skill.
Please clap for this young man. Thank you, Andy. Felix. Then the last one, Philip Quebec. Thank you, Your Honor. We appreciate. I will call upon Honorable Enoch Keton to issue 2.
Thank you.
David Korir.
That's good. How was it? Was it good? Okay.
Sakida Chetemoto.
Jumbo, pongezi. Is that good? Then?
Thank you so much. Then I will call on Vinatami, our patron, issue Basharia. Thank you. And then last but not least, I have certificates for students who are not here, and will request engineer to receive them, take a picture with me, and be the one to issue them out. Thank you. That is Faith Cheruta, Nathan Kipchirchir.
Faith is around.
Faith. Oh, please come, please. I didn't know you were around. Sorry, that's Faith Kipchirchir.
Hi, Faith. Congratulations. Well done.
So I'm giving certificates for Gladys Kipruto, who went for the event. Then there is Daniel, our staff, and Caroline Yetich was unable to travel, and Nathan. And I think Nathan has sent something that he wanted to be shared out, but I will give the certificates on behalf. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would request Karen just to share with us what one of the students has sent through him based on what he has learned through the course. That's yes.
Good afternoon once again. Waziri Kimeli, Waziri Keston, Engineer Tanui. Allow me to read on behalf of Nathan Mundara, who is one of the students who was sponsored by his clan. Kipsochon clan sponsored him to attend this course. So he wrote this. He says, Nathan Mundara, the CEO, Elegant Carpets Limited, a student of Digital Influencer Lessons, June 2020. Thanks a lot for sponsoring me. We learned a lot. Please see below the benefits I derived from this class. God bless. Number 1, I learned social media marketing on content creation, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. I understood why I need to create awesome content for my audience. I understood the buyer journey, which is awareness, consideration, and conversation. I learned how to drive traffic to my business using strategic content and new trends. I learned about strategic content creation tools and platforms. So there are tools to create content, hence creating conversation with my business and making exemplary content. I learned how to identify my audience. So you also learned how to identify who his audience are. Do detailed targeting using data-driven advertising. I learned how to monitor results for my social media marketing strategy and maximize ROI. I don't know what ROI is. Or return on investments. Okay. So he knows how to monitor his return on investments now. I understand why marketing campaign fails. People do marketing, they don't know that they have failed, but they have actually failed. But now he knows how to identify that it has failed and why they fail. I understand the importance of research in social marketing strategy by benchmarking with those in related fields. I understand how to commercialize content, and which should always be a continuous practice. I understand the importance of brand reputation, social media management crisis. I understand the importance of focus arising from having short-term and long-term goals for my business. Feel free to reach out to me in case you need clarification on the above digital influencer course benefits. I urge everyone who might be interested to kindly consider it. Kind regards, Nathan Mundara.
Wow, that's a wonderful testimony. If you had a quarter of that and understood, you're the right candidate for the next class, including Caleb. We can tell you what ROI is. Okay, thank you so much. And that's a strong testimony from one of our students, Mundara. So I would like to, we are coming to a close of our function today. I would like to call upon Gerald to give closing remarks, and then we'll proceed from there.
Thank you very much. I think for some of us who like food, we're a bit hungry now. So we're not going to talk a lot, but I really appreciate what we have heard today and what has gone on. This thing started, I think, almost like just a normal suggestion by somebody, and it has built up to come up to something which we can see Lembus will partner with this institution and partner also with the county government. So all we ask is that some people sit down, draw up a plan so that what we say we achieve through concrete work. We see money flowing in, we see some engagements so that we can utilize this institution and we see that it benefits the community. If our patron can be called by a national minister, then I'm sure he has in the right places and he can engage with these people. So I think on behalf of the Lembus Foundation and those people who have engaged this as a member, not as an official of Lembus Council or Lembus Foundation, it is something very good that we have started. If we had some music here, we would be playing very nice tumdo. And we would be listening to that one now. So thank you very much. I am very impressed. Call us next time. And kazi nafikiri ni kwetu sasa kutafuta pesa ya wale 20 wengine ili tuweze kuwaleta hapa na pengine Governor Kiptis alete wake 5 ili wajaze hapo. Asante sana.
Thank you. We look forward to having more of the students. So thank you, guests, for coming and gracing our occasion today. Without you, this occasion wouldn't have been this beautiful, this colorful. To every one of you, many thanks. On behalf of RVIC management, I want to say from the depth of my heart, we are very grateful. I just want to mention someone who has also really contributed in a big way to the success of today. I'm sure this event has been streamed online, and I want to recognize SK and team. Please stand up, SK. That's Solomon comment. Thank you very much. This event is all over. I'm very sure it's streaming on Facebook and courtesy of them. Thank you for sponsoring us. We are very grateful. So without much ado, I would like to call upon Robert to say the closing prayer. Then you'll guide us on what to do out there for the trip. Please come, Robert. So I request we stand with him. We've been sitting for too long. Yes.
Okay, let us pray. Let's trust and believe. Heavenly Father, we come before your holy presence this moment, dear Jehovah God. We want to thank you for the gift of life, your love, your care, and your protection over us, dear Jehovah God. Thank you, Heavenly Father, that we called upon you when we began this session, and you being the silent guest in this meeting, dear Jehovah God. Heavenly Father, we want to thank all those who have participated towards the success of this day. We want to thank the graduates. We want to thank the Lembus Foundation. We want to thank the Rift Valley Innovation Center team, from the board to the management and to the trainer, Heavenly Father, for facilitating and enabling us have this day, Heavenly Father. We want to thank you also, dear Jehovah God, for the journey mercies that you granted those who traveled from far to attend to this event, Heavenly Father. And we want to pray that your hand will be upon them, Heavenly Father, as they travel back to their various destinations, dear Jehovah God. May you cover their vehicles in your blood, dear Jehovah God. Heavenly Father, we want to pray that what the graduates have learned, may it be useful to their lives and to the community, dear Jehovah God. And we want to pray that this center will continue to churn out many graduates with the same skills, Heavenly Father. Dear Jehovah God, I want to pray for us as we proceed to other events and destinations, Heavenly Father. Be with us, for I pray this, trusting and believing in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Okay, so we will leave There's a tree planting ceremony out there, and then the guests will go to Engineer Tanui's house for lunch. Thank you very much. Help us for the tree planting, yes?